Welcome back to Highland Spring Farm. It is a hot one today. We cut a lot of hay last couple days, and now we're going to try to bale it up here on this beautiful sunny day. We've got 3 different fields to cut, roughly about 75 acres, hoping for about 100 round bales. If we get more, that'd be great, but we got to get everything raked first, and we'll get started with that using the old 40-20, and then we'll start baling. We just couldn't get this tractor to start over the last couple weeks, so I put new batteries in it this morning and it fired right up, so we should be good to go. So Anna will be taking the rake out first. She'll be about a half hour ahead of me. I've got to take the cab tractor up and get the neighbor's baler. So get all that set up and remember how to run it and make sure we got everything squared away with that. The baler is one that we borrow from a neighbor, and he just finished up with it, baling this morning, so we're going to go pick it up and put it on my tractor and get baling. With the hay so far, it's nice and dry, which is exactly how we want it. Tested a few bales and they all test out really nice. This is a relatively new baler to us, or to the neighborhood I should say. It's got a monitor there, bales back there. When it beeps once, that means we're getting close, and then when the monitor beeps again, like right now, it goes into auto wrap. You might be able to hear it wrapping the bales. And then it's going to beep one more time to let us know that it's done. And at that time, we kick out the bale. And now we're ready for the next one. So just doing the outside rows, we're getting quite a good yield so far, which is great. This field was fertilized over the winter, or actually this spring. And it seems to have made quite a difference in terms of production compared to first cutting last year. So these are the bales we're making. They're 4 feet wide by 5 feet tall. And they weigh about 1,200 pounds. Inside the compartment where the wrap is for this baler. This baler uses net wrap, which is a nice covering that goes across the whole bale, keeps all the leaves and everything in there. We really like it a lot better than the old twine wrap balers, and this baler just ran out of wrap, so we'll install a new one here. What we like about this New Holland baler is it's really easy to do. It's right at eye level, everything's in front, simple to do, and makes swapping out these rolls pretty simple. So pretty simple procedure to get that installed. You just run this through these various little loops. We wrap our bales 2 times with the nut wrap. That gives a nice secure amount, keeps the bales real solid without having too much wrap on there. So we should be good to go. We'll fire it up and see what happens. All right, well that took care of that. Kick the bale out and we should be good to go now. Not the best wrap bale over there. You can see it's fraying a little bit on the sides. It doesn't have a whole lot of wrap on it, being the last wrap of the bale, or last wrap of the roll, but it should hold until we get home. Notice that the engine temperature was climbing up a little bit, so we're going to pull out these screens, just blow those out just to make sure they're not getting, engine's not getting too hot on us. We should be ready to go. The field we're baling now was part of the field that we grazed. So if you remember a few videos back, we grazed half of it. Almost 2/3 of it actually, and then we saved the rest for baling to kind of compare how quickly it recovers, how many days it'll feed the cattle both now as well as this winter. But it looks like this pasture is coming along really nice here, and we'll hopefully be able to graze it again pretty soon. It's just after 8:45 now at night, and the sun has gone down on the longest day of the year, but we just have this small little triangle field left. It looks like 6 windrows, so we should be able to knock it out before the hay gets too tough. Well, that's gonna do it for tonight. We've got another 2 fields to finish up tomorrow. We didn't get started quite as early as we wanted to. Kids t-ball, it's just how it goes. So we'll wrap up for tonight and get started again in the morning. We finished up around 9 o'clock last night. We're going to continue today. We've got a little bit to rake and then finish up baling. I think there's probably only about 50 bales left, so shouldn't be too bad. So far yield's been really good, which is great, and we'll get to it. Progress on this hay field. There are 2 fields at this location. We got the smaller one done, and now we just have a few more windrows on the larger field. It's just a really hot day, so we're paying attention to that temperature gauge on the tractor, making sure that doesn't go into the red line for us. With all the dust, it's something that can happen. We saw that happen yesterday, and hopefully we'll be able to keep that under control today. But we're making good progress. I thought I'd show you just what it looks like here as far as the monitor goes. This monitor is going to peak at 54 inches, as maybe you can see in the corner of that monitor. And then it'll peak again here in just a moment when we get up to 58 inches. Those 2 bars help me make sure that my bale is nice and smooth and nice and even. So the goal is to keep those bars in sync as we go up. This indicator that it's wrapping, and now we see the eject button. So I take my hydraulic lever, push it, and we dump out the bale on this fit and then close it back up. Not sure if it comes through on the camera or not, but there is quite a bit of hillside to this field, and so it's always a little tricky as to where we're going to dump those bales out to make sure that we don't dump them on a hillside where they can roll into the woods or roll into the back into the tractor. That can just be another element of we're getting ready to dump one last bale here. That's my final beep. I can hear it wrapping. Takes just a couple seconds. Now it's done. Push the lever, it ejects it, and that'll do it for today. So thanks again for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed seeing how we make hay from start to finish this over the last week. It's been a really busy hay making season. Luckily we had a good stretch of weather that was able to do everything all at once. So all fields are even. That means all hay is done. This next couple days we'll transport everything back to the farm and be ready to go. So until next time, we'll see ya.